Hello, hello. Welcome. Today we'll be taking a look at Minecraft Beta Preview 1.21.100.23 that was dropped on Tuesday. It is including a preview experimental of the third game drop upcoming, which adds copper content. So, we're gonna jump in. We're going to, I've got a world that I've created in release Bedrock that I imported over to the preview, and we will make we'll be doing a lot of creative work today to just do a look at how things are behaving in it. And we'll take a look at the armor, the tools, and the golem. I see how they flesh out. Now, my opinion is I was very surprised when I started playing Minecraft just over a year ago that copper was not already available as a tool and possibly armor. I didn't understand why copper had such little uses. Since then, they've added the various building blocks, which were a very nice addition. And now we're seeing them bring out the tools that are long overdue. It's an interesting little golem. And we'll take a look at how it behaves and how it looks. So give me a moment to get out of the way and load up, jump over to the game. So we'll just shrink me down and reposition myself into the window. There we go. And we will stop that. Okay. And we'll just get some stuff repositioned here. And let's bring Minecraft in. And we're going to jump into the world. And I will need to, I just realized I need to pop this to full screen so that you don't have top and bottom borders. So wait one moment. We'll pop that. Now the other thing we need to do, I just realized, is I need to get back out. And enable the settings we're gonna need. So we're gonna be initially a survival, peaceful. We don't need mobs messing with us right now. I have a particular seed that I'm using. I'm just gonna turn multiplayer off for this. I don't want anyone jumping in. Cheats are on so we can switch back and forth. But we'll go ahead and let a normal daylight cycle run for the time being. We may switch that later. Not gonna use any resource packs, although I will tell you that I have disabled vibrant visuals and I'm using just the fancy graphics. I'm not real happy. That's how vibrant visuals looks. To me it's not quite ready for prime time. And no achievements. This will go over here. And we'll get into drop 3. Under experiments, when you're in your world creation or world options, while the world is not loaded up, you can set the drop. Set that in. It will turn on experiments anyway. We're not going to change any of the other experiments, just that one. And we'll go ahead and rename this. Testing. We'll call it preview. And we'll go ahead and jump into the world now. Yeah. So and we're waiting for this to load, and here we are. And so what we have here is we have a world that I've been working on over in Bedrock. Release same basic compound design that I usually use, but no a different seed. We're on a continent that has all the resources or all the biomes available. I have my library built. And some of the first floor laid out at foxy until I time. I've got my garden set in. And I had started working on, I made my blacksmith area. Over here, which has dripstone and the various ovens. And I was working on my storage, but it's not done at all. But for this purpose, it's gonna be fine. So, the first thing we want to look at is, let's take a quick look at the copper armor. So we're gonna have to switch over to, switch over to creative real quick. And we're gonna grab a few items we're gonna need. So, the things we will need for these experiments will be, I'll do a couple stacks of copper. And, and I think I will need one of the ingredients we need for the golem is our pumpkin. So we'll grab one of those. Actually, we'll grab two. Okay, so we have those. And I think I have enough sticks. Let me go look. We'll run over here real quick. And then look into my resources. Then, yeah, I have enough sticks for what we need to do. So let me switch back over to survival, because I don't want to be inadvertently destroying things. I sometimes click the wrong thing, and if I'm in creative mode, I will destroy things. Okay, and we don't need those tools for the time being. We're gonna get rid of this, and this, and this, and this. And I just realized I have the stone I will need for the comparison we're gonna do. Then I need some iron, and I don't think I have any iron gathered. I got a little bit of ore I could smelt, but there's no sense in that. I just don't get the items we need. Let's go ahead and jump back over here to creative. And we're gonna need some iron ore. Probably just the stack. We got the stone. And I'm gonna need some stone blocks. Probably a couple stacks of these for testing. And this will give us a good start for now. So let's go ahead and get out of this and switch back. So here we are. The things we're going to make. We will need a stone pickaxe, a copper pickaxe, and it's 3 copper and 2 sticks. Standard formula. And an iron pickaxe. And then we want to make a thing for axes. And we'll go chop some trees and compare that. as well. And then we want a full set of copper armor to see how it fleshes out. Well, I'm good. And it's not gonna mess with the shield. It's not needed for what this demonstration involves. I'm gonna get some of iron. And unfortunately, unlike in Java, where we can reveal the stats, I'm not sure how much information we're going to actually get out of these. Okay, so let's go ahead and exit that. And then we're going to equip first the iron. Okay, so iron is equipped. And as we look down at our armor bar, we have 7.5 suits filled. Okay, so that's what iron gives us, a 7.5 before and a full set of iron. So now let's go ahead and remove these. Just restack them in empty places. And now let's put on the copper. And the copper does look full, in my opinion, but it only gives us 5. But that's still, if you're starting out early, that's still pretty good protection. Because copper is fairly easy to find pretty quickly, at least from my experience. So getting about half of your armor slots filled up by a full set of copper in the early game, it's gonna be actually pretty good. I think that's gonna be a big plus. Okay, so let's go out someplace handy. And I've got a nice open area over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take some stone and we're just going to lay it down on the ground. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, yeah, that's like 3 rows of these. And I see that I've trapped a trader in one of my pins. Always a good place to keep the trader. Okay, so we have 3 of these, and we're going to start with the stone pickaxe. So, we don't have a really good way to clock this. I don't see any kind of ticker up in the debug information that we could use. Well, I see server time counting, and it's just jumping around, so this is going to be useful. It's going to be kind of a subjective test. Okay, we'll like to line through each of these and see how it compares for each of the types of material. So there's a okay, and +3, +3, +4. So the attack is the same for these two. I'm just looking over here, the attack is the same over here. So now let's use our copper. And it seems like it's a hair bit faster. But I can't tell that there's any more durability. And then obviously we'll do the iron. Again, the differences seem a little subjective and hard to tell. And the utilization, or the wear seems to be safe. So let's go ahead and lay another row. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll go back and try the stone again, just to wear on it. Obviously, looking from iron to stone, we see a definite difference in the speed. And we're looking at the wear on the stone. We're starting to see some actual wear Okay, copper. I do feel it's a little faster. It has a little bit more effect, but the wear and tear just looks to be the same. Okay, so let's go. And I know that from Java at least. The durability of iron is twice that of stone. But we're not gonna see. I just don't think we're gonna see any numbers here that we can tell. And the copper drop hasn't hit Java yet. So these are numbers that will have to be looked at later. But what I do see, and from a previous testing, it seemed like the copper pickaxe lasted a little longer than a stone pickaxe typically would. But again, it's rather subjective and hard to tell for sure. It does seem a little faster. Mining, a little more efficient, naturally, than the stone, but not to the level of the iron, and that's why we'd expect to see it. Okay, now, we have nighttime. I could go into sheets and flip the cloth. But it's honestly just as easy to jump up here, flip the bed, and go to daytime, so that's what we'll do. And we're gonna fly out and chop some trees somewhere. So let's go find some handy dandy trees to chop. And we'll look at how that behaves. Horses and sheep just wandering around. We'll worry about them later. That's not the focus of today, so I'm gonna switch to grave mode. And take off. And let me think here. I think we've got jungle over there. So we'll just zip our way over there. And those are some good trees to chop on. Spruce would be good too, but I think the jungle trees will work. Alright, and here we go. We'll just come down here. These are 4x4s, or 2x2s rather. I guess a 2x2 will do. So, we're gonna start with the stone axe. And see what I'm talking about? I left myself in creative and blew away the tree. Let's get back over to default. And try again. Okay, let's look at a little bit faster, it seems. A little bit more effective, possibly. Obviously, it's difficult on Minecraft that the further away you are with the thing you're taking down, the faster it goes down. There's not a heavily perceptible difference, whereas iron seems to have a much more perceptible difference. Let's go ahead and pillar up and look at copper again. So we can take out a lot there. Now I have seen a clear difference on the wear and tear on the copper axe compared to the stone axe. So if we look, the stone axe has significant damage compared to the copper, and I feel like we've taken out about the same amount of wood between the two. We'll go kind of And then the iron is about the same as the copper, but that maybe is the first level of wear and tear. We just took out a lot there, and I didn't see a real perceptible move. So, copper does appear to be a good resource for tools, depending on what you're using it on now. I don't think that copper will be effective against anything more than, say, stone for the pickaxe. Then go ahead and jump back over here. We'll head back over. Actually, where can we go? I know. That's the dark forest. I know it. Mountains are close enough for us to mine other materials in the that's a little temple there, but I don't see. There's mountains, but I'm not sure I'm gonna see the ore I want in those mountains. I think that's gonna be mostly iron. So let's just go grab some more blocks from them and test with those. So there, we're back over to the compound. And pull out some more blocks from the creative bin, if you will, and test up to various coordinates. So we all know that you need at least an iron pickaxe to mine diamond or emeralds. So we're going to, let's see if they're open this. There's some stuff around. Let's just rearrange some things here. We won't need these for now. And let's go get some goodies here. So we're gonna need some iron ore. We'll just grab stacks. Diamond. Emerald. Copper. Lapis. Coal. And what else? Anything else we care about at this point? Maybe redstone? Maybe redstone. Oh yeah. I feel like we would probably already be moving into iron by the time we get to redstone, but it's possible. So, that's the items I need. I'm not gonna need the entire stacks. And I'm gonna switch over to default, which puts us back in survival mode. And I'm going to lay down the progression. So, we need, and since we're not gonna have a diamond pickaxe, since messing with obsidian, we'll lay down a diamond. All three of these, and then an emerald, all three of these. And then, if you go ahead and move those up out of the way. And then we're going to do a redstone for all three of these. A lapis for all three of these. An iron for all three of these. Copper. And a coal. We already know we can go through stone. with all three of these. So, let's gonna move these up and out of the way. So, starting with the stone pickaxe. I can get through that. There's that. There's that. We can actually mine lapis with it. We did not pick up redstone. It would have been laying on the ground. In fact, let me go throw some of the stuff into a chest and make room. So we know that stone cannot mine redstone. Let's see here. Oh, there's the iron ahead. Oh, I had iron somewhere. And then we'll just toss these outfits over there. For now, I'll clean it up later. And these are resources. I'll just throw these resources in there. Again, this is all for testing purposes, so it really doesn't have any real meaning to the balance of what I'm doing in this world. Okay, so we know that redstone I can't mine with stone. Can't mine emeralds. And I can't mine diamonds. So that makes that useless for that purpose. It goes a little faster through coal, it seemed. Reasonably fast through copper. Fairly fast through iron. We are able to mine lapis. Still cannot mine redstone. Still cannot mine emerald. And still cannot mine diamond. And then we know that our iron can mine all of these. So that's the usefulness of the copper. It really can't do more than the stone pickaxe, but it, as you can see, clearly has more durability and a little bit faster efficiency inherent with it. So upgrading to copper is a benefit. We saw that with the axe, and with this latest test we can see that it's there with the pickaxe. Other tools, I question whether there would be that much value in the upgrade. We can go look at swords, see if there's much difference between stone and copper. For those, we'll grab those. And down here, did we? Yeah, if I have that, I'll grab some cobble. And if we go over here and make a stone sword, I can go ahead and toss these up here. And a copper sword. And then look at the values. They have the same attack damage. Okay. Copper is probably, again, going to be a little more durable than stone. And from what little I sort of remember from history, that was the reason why there was a Copper Age after Stone Age, was that, well, it was, you can make something just a little bit more durable. Okay, I'm gonna toss these in here for now. Actually, these will go somewhere else. They'll go up here. For whatever purposes they might be needed for at that point. But that is the tools. And so we're gonna see maybe a little bit more durability on the copper. Maybe a slight bit of efficiency where efficiency plays in. But otherwise, Not much difference, but probably enough to make it worth the switching up to those tools early game until you find enough iron. Switch up to iron. So now what we want to do at this point is grab these. I need some beeswax. Let me grab some of that. And then, beeswax is a natural item. Yes. Have some beeswax. I need to switch back, or I'll be destroying things. Which can be funny, but not useful. Alright, so we need to make 2 blocks. Yes, it is. 1, 2. And we're going to go over. I'm going to go perhaps goodies, actually. Now that I think about it. Chests. Yeah, I have some extra chests in here. And I'll grab some of that. Some of that. Some of this. Some of this. And some of this. That's probably enough for whatever I want. And the first thing we want to do is put down some chests. And put 1 item of each type of item in there. Because one of the things the Copper Golem is supposed to do is act like a form of auto-sorting inventory tool. And, we'll just put a copper item in there. And we'll go put an item in there. And move these up. And so let me make sure I didn't repeat that is a full. Okay, and we'll put floor. Well, actually, do I need all this? I see here. I've got that. I have that. I have that. I have that. I've got to switch these around. Let's move that there. I have that. Okay, so I have 2 more items I can put in. So here we'll put one of these. And here we'll put one of these. And we'll go ahead and use this to pick these up. Okay. Perfect. And now the first thing we're gonna do is build a copper golem. We need a copper block and a carved pumpkin head. And ta-da! We have the copper golem and his chest. So we're going to drop the things into that chest. And he should come and start distributing that to the various chests. So we'll watch him grab the stuff and pop it in. And then we'll check to see how well he did. In the meantime, we're gonna make a second copper golem. We're gonna put that one here. And we're going to wax it. The first thing to do is wax the chest, and then wax the golem. Now, we're going to open this. Now, he's running over to help the other one. So, and we're going to put the wax in there too. Let's see what they do. And now we're just going to sit back and watch these guys work. And in the previous testing, I noticed that if you have the copper chest in a cubby, they will, and you have multiple golems fighting over the same chest, they will get in each other's way. So now he's going over there. So that means this chest is empty. So let's go look at what we've got. We've got 2 stairs, 20 stairs, 36 blocks, 19. And they're now over here, filling this chest up. I think reached in there for some reason. Oh, they're trying to figure out where that goes, so he figured it out. And he's still looking for a place to put it. So he's walked all of these chests within his range. Now he's going back. And he let go of it, so that means he found the chest he wanted to put it in. Okay, so now he's got a tile dark stone. And he doesn't see a spot to put it. And he found the spot to put it. Let's see, where are they down to? Okay. So I should see what they do with the honeycomb, because I didn't put it in a chest anywhere. But I can see this handy if you have a smaller storage room. And you just come in from a day of mining or adventuring or whatever, and just dump all your goodies into the chest and let these guys sort it out. It's just as good as a add-on I bought from Bedrock that I would click an item that I had buried in the floor and it would actually toss everything into the appropriate chests that I had those items. So see these guys are bumping into each other and they're like, oh, what do we do with this honeycomb? See what they do. Will they just choose a chest to put it in? Or will they put it back into their copper chest? Or will they just stand there and hold it? But he's standing there holding it. Not sure where to go. So you could definitely drive your golems crazy by giving them something that they can't find a target location for. Well, let's go drop an empty chest. See what they do there. I wonder if they'll put it in the empty chest. This is actually fairly interesting. Watch them walk through and check each chest. This is primitive AI at work. And he did. He put that in that empty chest. So if they don't find a location to put something, and they see an empty spot they can slap it in, they will. So that's all the goodies. And let's see what they do. And that was just walking around and he stopped. Every now and then he comes back, checks his chest. He checks his chest. They're indiscriminate on which chest they check. They're not linked to that particular chest. And yes, that's the way those guys behave. They have no particular affiliation to a particular chest. They'll empty any copper chest there is. They'll put it in any available chest that already have those items. Or if they find an empty chest and no other chests for items, they will put the items in that empty chest. Now, let's drive these guys crazy. Let's put that in there, and we'll also toss these tools in here for the fun of it. Let's see what they do with those. I'm wondering if they will go ahead and just designate a chest to receive an item and plop it in there. But he's not happy. He can't find a chest to put it in. He's gonna start at the beginning. So now he's thinking, where am I gonna put this chest? Very interesting to watch these guys work. They clearly use a very primitive form of AI. And now he has stopped. He's like, I don't know where to put this. I don't think it's good. Yes, I can grab some chests. Well, let's go ahead and give them some place to put those. So I'll just put that there, there. There, I think that sheep got in the way. There. And there, and there, and there. So there's plenty now where they can now find a place to put all the stuff that they have. Let's see what they decide to do. Got a new chest. He says, okay, this chest will hold chests. He didn't like that, so he says, oh, can't put that pickaxe there. Oh, what is he gonna? He's gonna say, no, still not good. He's gonna go back. So this is, like I said, a very primitive form of AI. They're just basically gonna check each repository over and over until they find one that's either empty or has the item they need that matches what they're holding. And he's still not happy with that. Okay, so he now put the pickaxe in there. What is this one? Oh, that has the honeycomb, that's why. So now he's grabbed some more chests. He's like, I remember that there's a place for chests. But he has to start with the closest one and just work his way around. And they push each other around. Okay, that's not gonna work out for that. So interestingly, for some reason, they don't want to go past this chest. Get to this next chest. And it's possible they'll come around this way to do it. But for some reason, it's not visible to them when they're going this way. Not sure why. But it is an interesting behavior. And he's turn the side. So to these guys, the type of metal that the tool is made out of does, as we'd expect, look different. So there's Copper's there, he just put an iron one in there. Where is our stone pickaxe is right there. He's still looking for a hole for it. In the meantime, he now has a copper axe that he's looking for a hole for. Let's see if this guy will walk over to this one. Fix that. No, no good. And now he jumped up on that one and found a hole for that. So now that's in there. And then he decides that the stone pickaxe will go into that spot. So now he has the stone. I think he has the stone. He has sticks. Where is... Okay, that's the pickaxe. Feel like, oh, I have it in my inventory, no wonder. And there's that. So, and sticks are here, so this is where they're gonna put the sticks. That finishes that. Now, here's the other thing I did. If you'll notice, I latched only one of these. I latched the robot, but it looks like neither one is getting a patina. But this chest is clearly getting a patina. As we'd expect. But it is interesting that I only watched one robot, and I'm not sure which robot is which. I thought that it would corrode the same way as its chest. But I don't see that happening yet. And I don't know if it's because it's walking around or if it's just because, as a golem, it is immune to corrosion. Now, things that you can get a corroded one from the corroded copper block. Let's see, where am I copper? Let's grab some of that. Add a couple more. Let's just make a block. We'll have to go up to our... So those guys just gonna be wandering around doing busy work. Well, we made another copper block. We'll not let it age it. We'll not let it age. And then once it's got a nice patina on it, we will go ahead and turn it into a golem. We'll put it right there. And I will need a pumpkin. I think I have a pumpkin. I have a pumpkin right here. I can just go ahead and take that and make it into a pumpkin head. If I know the recipe. There's that. Our pumpkin. If our pumpkin should be a flamingo. That's funny. I have let's do a search. Okay, so obviously I do not know how to make a pumpkin. Which is odd. You'd think I would have learned it when I took it out of the creative inventory, but I still look. Our focus. Are they a building block? No. And the international, right? Yes. So they're under nature. So let's do this. Let's put it into the chest. Switch back. Is there? Take it out of the chest. Now. In some kind of weird fashion, I can't carve the pumpkin. And since I don't recall the recipe off the top of my head, we'll just have to let it go for now. Still look at our copper. That's got a decent potato. It has none. Wonder if water won't advance it, you know. I don't remember. Let me take a look, see. I'll check the wiki real quick and see. Okay. Block. Yeah, block and copper. Okay. Um, oxidizes over time. Can we speed up oxidizing? How far does it check? Although I think that's only in Java. Alright, so you can remove oxidation layers with the ads. Okay, I don't see anything that helps out. So let's go ahead and jump back over here. Get back then. Said something about if there's, non-oxidized closer, they will, prevent it from oxidizing for some reason. Yeah, we'll pick the item. I should be able to pick this guy up. Yep. And we'll put it right there for now. And again, still neither robot is oxidizing. I'm going to check something. There we go. Okay, so Oops. I need to go here. Jump back in. We need to move this guy. Right, there should be good. Yeah, that one should be good. And the tick of the world. Can we change the tick of the world? Respond. Tick, yes, there we go. Let's go 10. And go back. It's gonna affect the whole world, but it should make things happen 10 times faster. Or so I understand. Well, those guys are just gonna constantly check the chests. Let's see here. If we can increase the tick a lot. And an extra 0. That increases by a factor of 10. And assuming that's actually having an effect. And so that might speed things up there. Let's get back in. Raise it in. Our last chest is clear. And we'll have it up to the... Ah, there we go. There we go, look at that. The tick has really impacted that one. Now, interestingly, this chest is evidently preventing this one from oozing as fast, but I just saw it change. So now, let's see what we do when we do one of these. And we now have a golem with a patina. Look at that. So you can tell you're a golem, aside from the naming him, which I think you can do. And let me see here. Creative. This is... They usually have name tags for fishing, but I haven't fished in this world yet. So let's see here. Consider it a tool. No. There it is. I'll grab a stack of those handy. And I think if I remember my rules for name tags, I don't use them very much. I think I have to. I don't think I do it here. I think I have to do it on an anvil. And I think I'm still in creative. Yep. And I'll switch out, and I have 13 levels handy. That should be enough. And there we go. Name tag. Let's just erase this. Okay. AMD. And then we'll go ahead and make a third just for our eroded golem. And we'll just name it turquoise. Okay. So let's just turquoise name. And that was strange. I think I gave it to it instead of it naming it. And yeah, she can punch him and kill him, but so that was interesting. I wonder what happened to that name tag. Stand by while I look something up. Because I don't remember. He's around the mob, yes. Interesting. So why did it? Now, admittedly, we are in Premium Slant Beta. So the names just are not showing up. Oh, wait. Let me check something here. Hello. I think I turned off names. In the game, did I turn off names? It's possible that we're not seeing the names because I turned them off. I didn't think I did that. And I can't change that. Let's see. I think I've turned them off. Really think I have. And I think that's why I'm not seeing these. Facility. No, that's not it. Impacts. And I think that setting it's hidden because I turned off multiplayer. I went and knocked that back down to 1. And let's see me quit. A moment. Go into our settings. And on the multiplayer. And the general. The advanced. Not there. Don't see where I would have turned it off at. Now let's go ahead and go in. I don't know if this is a bug with the golem or a bug with the way I've got my settings. So let's make another name tag. A name tag. There was a sheep here. Yes, there's a sheep here. Let's create a name tag. The sheep. And we're going to put that there, and we're going to call him Ralph. Okay. We've got Ralph's name tag. And now we're looking for Ralph. Come back, Ralph. And yes, so somehow I've got name tags hidden. Okay, so what is command? Okay. Maybe this will do this. And obviously my memory is not as long as a grain of sand. Ew. Ew. Sand. 11? That's not it. Okay. So let's try the team command. And thank you for... Why is it being all of that extra garbage in there? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just not sure why I have no names. My sheep should still be here somewhere since he's named. But I can't disable the names. Settings, settings, settings. Interesting. Yeah. I don't think it's under video. Ah, there we go. Let's see if that fixes it. It's in game. It didn't. So I have no idea why I have no names. Oh my goodness. No names at all. The sheep has no name. The golems have no name. But I would think that she should be able to name them eventually, because I believe that you can name regular golems. If you... Let's back out. Let's save a plant, and then come back in. Make sure that we have the game rules. Settings, that's got it. That was under video. And then player names. Yes, that's on. Classic. Okay, that's all good. Go back. Let's go back into play preview. Go back into. And let's see if our names are up here. No names. Oh my gosh. Some names are either broken in the preview or broken for me. I'm just not sure which. I will have to test later to get an idea. And I have a baby chicken in the place where I wanted to put pigs. Okay, well, at least it gives you a view of the copper stuff. Oh wait, whoa, if you get close enough, you get the names. Gotcha, wow. Thought the names would show up further away. Well, that shows you how much I know about the name tag. Nothing. Okay, well, there you are. The name appears temporarily. If I have you targeted. Okay, so then we can go ahead and put Golem A's tag on him if I find out which one's Golem A and which one's Golem B. Okay, you are Golem B, that makes you going to be Golem A. There it is. Perfect. And you are turquoise. And there we go. I'm glad I figured that out, finally. And I didn't show it. Let me get some honeycomb, and I'm going to scrape. Yes, here we go. Honeycomb. There we go. Oops. Not sure why. Oh, I have those in there. So we'll go ahead and wrap those in. And just to give us something to do, I'll drop 2 other things in. Now I'm going to and then we'll wax. Oops. Wax it. Now that one will lock that into that color. And I see that this little guy has moved all the way over here. They seem to have a pretty decent range. I'm not sure what the natural effective range for these guys from their chest is. If they have one at all. So let's see here. We are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Looks like 16 squares travel. This chest is this chest. Or that chest. Either one. So that is handy to know. So I hope you enjoyed this look at the preview and learn something about one of the items, a couple of the items that are coming in the third drop for the year. I think this will drop in the beginning of October, if they follow the pattern. Let's see, they dropped the first one in April, but the second one in June. So this could drop as early as September, and as late as October, I would say. And there's other stuff that they say that they'll probably be adding along with this, but this is a nice ad, I think, overall. I haven't gotten to play with the Happy Dash yet. That's something I still need to do. But I'm definitely looking forward to when these guys hit, especially over in Java. So I play mostly in Java, and I think that they would be a real fun addition over there. So let me go ahead and save and click this, and then I'll go ahead and leave my Minecraft out. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Do you want to see more of this kind of stuff? Is there something else you'd like to see? Just let me know in the comments, so I know kind of what you guys would like to see. With that, have a great night.